Hi, it's Paula from Pola Quilting. Welcome back to my channel. Hello back everyone. Today final day for my all purple quilt, so it's time to finish it off, and I will show you how I'm gonna tackle that assignment. So what I've got so far, I've got my 4-wedge blocks, which are 16" or 16.5 unfinished. Then I've got my truro block. Then I've got my dancing flock blocks, which will come here at the top and the bottom. I've got 6 of those, and now I'm working on how to fill up all of those gaps here on the sides, plus top and bottom. So I'll show you what I've done so far to tackle that. So whilst I was making my dancing flock blocks, I squared it up to 10.5 from 12.5. So all of those cutouts which came off from the blocks there, I just put in this scrappy block. I quite like how those purples here kind of showing another layer of design here. So I managed to make 2 of those, and I cut them to 10.5 by 4.5, which will go into the top here. I still need 2 blocks with the same size, so we'll have a look at it in a minute. Also from the same block I had lots of leftovers of the half square triangles, so I've managed to cut enough of those to make 2 strips which will come on this side. So it'll be 2 strips which are just those 2.5 by 2.5 squares. So as I've mentioned in the previous tutorial, all of those cutouts from when I was snowballing my geese blocks, I just trimmed them to 2.5" and make them half square triangles, and that will be that. So I've got 2 of those. I had enough of those to make a 16" strip, which is I will put here in the middle on the both sides of the 4-wedge block. So I'm tackling now this kind of inner strip here. So I've got those parts here. So those are my half square triangle strips, 2 of those. What else do I have? So now I've got this adding tape, so I think I should have enough to make those parts here. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 inches. 10 inches by 2.5. So I've got those to cut. So what I'm left with to do is I need another 4 pieces here, which will be 16 inches long. I still got a little bit of those half square triangles. I've got plenty of 2.5" just plain squares. I've got also my crumb blocks to use up. I also got 2.5 by 4.5, but I don't think I will need them. I think I will just use those ones up to make it. So I was thinking if I make those bottom 10.5 by 4.5 from my crumbs, I think it will go nicely with these blocks, kind of free spirit blocks here. So I will do that. I've got enough of those to make it. So it's a matter now what I will put here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of those. So I need 4, which means I could have 3 pieces in each here. Not sure 3 is right number to go with it. And that's pretty much 8 now in each stack, so that's what I need. That can go back. Let's see what kind of design I can work out from each of that section. Okay, so that will go with this section. And to be fair, I think I will just sew them straight away to this one, because I can have just one longer piece. This one doesn't need to be sewn with anything else, I think, at this point of time. Yeah, I can sew it all together in one go and make two of those sections. Then I will do the same one with this one, make sure they're matching up here with the correct direction, and prepare those two strips. So let me do that first before I start messing around with my pieces again, and I will forget how I want them to set up. Okay, whilst I'm on it, I will also take my crumb blocks, because these 6.5-inch squares, I need them to be 10.5. So I just sew two of them, two pairs together, and then I can trim to the size I need for my sides. Now I can see if my thinking was right, and I can match those two together on this side. I can, which is great. Right, so I will need to repeat the process for those ones, trim my pieces of the crumb blocks, and I think I will start laying it down so you can see how it will look, and then I can crack on with the sewing individual parts to each other and show you the order how I've done it. So before we carry on with the project, let's just round up where you can find me and how you can support my work. First of all, please subscribe to my channel and watch videos as I'm posting them without skipping the adverts, please. Please comment against the videos, because that helps to push them out to wider audience, and don't forget to share with your quilting friends. Join my network either on Facebook or Instagram. All the links how and where are in the description below. Where you see my posts, either on Facebook or Instagram, please like, share and comment on them. If you like to add something extra, I've got now membership available through the YouTube. You can also use a super thanks on YouTube, or buy me a virtual tea, coffee or lunch using a form on my website. You can also support me by subscribing to my newsletter via my website. That will help me to notify you when I publish new videos or blog posts, or maybe there are some items available to purchase on my website. However you decide to support this channel, thank you very much for being here, and I hope you enjoy the content. Just a big shout out on this occasion also for a user who have signed up to my membership on the YouTube. The handle is on the screen. Thank you very much for joining me in the team Pola Quilting. Very much appreciated. I hope you will enjoy the content, and I look forward to see your comments under the tutorials. And here it is, my finished all purple quilt. I really like how it ended up. Are the all blocks perfectly aligned? No. Are the all points perfectly aligned? No. Are the all seams perfectly flat? Also no. But I like it anyway. It's not perfect, but it's gonna be used, and for me that's, you know, the most important bit. And also, if you think about it, once you wash the quilt after you've made it, all of those details kind of disappear. The quilt will crinkle, the quilt will shift slightly in between the seams, so I wouldn't worry about it that much. So unless you're making a quilt to never use it, then obviously those details may be more important. My quilts are always used and abused. I rather have them, you know, used and damaged than never used and just stuck somewhere in the cupboard. I hope you liked this journey with me over those 3 blocks and this video about how I combine all of those blocks together. If you have any questions about any of the blocks or the process, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you are interested in the planner, it's available on Amazon, and I will leave a link in the description below. Thank you very much for watching me today, and see you next time.